So one day I asked ChatGPT what are the most unpopular Pokemon in Gen 5, and this was its response. So I thought instead of keeping these Pokemon locked up in a basement because of their weird designs or how bad they are, why not give them some actual playtime? Because every Pokemon is someone's favorite, even you. Now Tepig is the first Pokemon we can get, and you're thinking, how can this cute and adorable pig go wrong? Well, that's not too bad. After beating the shit out of our rival, we get the classic Pokemon tutorial, or as I like to say, how fast can you mash the A button challenge. But now it's time for our next Pokemon, and well, it is what it is. I just can't. I just don't want to use this thing, but I gotta. I think he's stunned watching a man jump from 100 feet. How did he not break his ankles? Or his knees? We learned that this guy was the former Elite Four champion, and he wants to train us. Well shit, I'm down. But first we have to get the town map to our rival, but in Pokemon fashion shit always goes wrong, so we gotta save this person's herder from Team Plasma. After a hay fever attack, shit, we end up saving the Houndour. We do a little training with Aldo and beat the shit out of his students. He then tells us that there's a gym in Aspirata City that we should take on. Alright. And to be honest with you, this gym is surprisingly hard. Without a fighting type, his normal type Pokemon become gods with the move Work Up, and once you mix all that together, you get the Powerpuff Girls. Nah shit, I mean, you get very powerful early game Pokemon. My Patrat gets his Patrat down to 1, but ours dies. I knew you were worthless. We then send in Tepig to finish the job, but now Kazi's Lillipup, and the best way to counter Work Up is to get super beefy defense, so I just spam Defense Curl and hit it a few times with Ember and it's down. Now it's time for our next Pokemon, and to be honest, I don't mind P-Dub, but that thing scares me. And now we're on to the next area. Oh, what the fuck? What is happening? After some family drama, we decided to train up for the gym because poison typing early game is a pain in the ass, and I just realized this game doesn't give it to you easily. Normal type first gym and now a poison type for the second gym? What the actual fuck? And after some training, Tepig evolves into Pignite. No! No, now he's gonna look silly. I'm gonna miss my cute pig. He actually doesn't look that bad, but still. And once we get P'd up to level 17, we head to the gym. Alright. It's time. Come on. Fuck. And even though we did little damage there, the gym was actually easy. Who would have thought a fat pig and a little city bird could fuck shit up? P-Dove kills the coughing, and Pignut with a few flame charges defeats her Whirlipede. Alright. And finally, some peace. What is happening here? After a quick ass beating, we're finally in a new city, and it's time for the next gym, and he's not here. After another encounter with Team Plasma in the sewers and the night before in a Pokemon game, we can finally fight the gym, but while fighting the trainers in the gym, P-Dub actually evolves. And thankfully, it's still only in its second evolutionary stage, because I am still terrified of the other one. I mean, just look at it. Who decided that was a good idea? But you know what is a good idea?
If you say your mom, you're fired!
This gym. Bug types are super easy, finally a break after 2 annoying, stupid gyms. Tranquil takes down his Swadloon. We had a little trouble with his Dwebble such as Rock and Bug, neglecting both the Fire and Fire weakness a normal Bug type would have, but Pignut gets the job done. And with Fire being super effective against Bugs and Grass, her Levani was 4 times weak to my Flame Charge, and this was the Levani when it saw my Flame Charge coming at her face. One shot. Alright, well that's what you get for a Bug gem, I guess. We then meet up with this strange guy, and he wants to touch my Pokemon. He tells us to meet him on Route 4 where he moves the crystal blocking the path. But aura farming in front of me wasn't enough. He wanted to try and battle me, but you know he set his ass down. While exploring the set of Dune, we get sucked by a big hole. Suck me in! Oh yeah. And we finally find a new area, but that all doesn't matter because it's time for our next Pokemon, and well, you could say it's a little trash. There he is! Once we catch Trubbish, we meet up with Helida, and we have a battle with his 2 twins, Indigo and Emmett. After a quick ass spinning, we move on to find that the gym leader is missing again. Come on Pokemon, get original. And after a quick date with a stranger, my character is 12 by the way.
She said she was 12!
We head into this car maze thingy to find the gym leader.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Now it's time for the electric gym, and to be honest with you, this is going to be hard. We have no Pokemon to cover for electric, but I had a plan. We'll send in Trubbish to set up Toxic Spikes, and then sacrifice it to then send in Pignite, and before the gym, I gave Pignite the Rock Tomb to him, a move that lowers a Pokemon's speed, which would be great for his Striker. On top of that, Pignite also learned Heat Crush, a move that deals more damage the more Pignite overweighs his target, and that's perfect considering he's a fat pig and Emolga is a flying squirrel. And this plan was going perfectly. I mean, don't mind that 100 volt switches, which did make it a little challenging, but it also worked in my favor. I mean, I set up Toxic Spikes, just send in all your Pokemon and get them toxic. And after a few volt switches later, we finally beat the gym leader. Boom! Wow, that went surprisingly well. What a lovely, peaceful day. Hello. And after beating some ass, and honestly, these guys need to pack it up. I quite literally am destroying their entire evil organization, and I'm like 12. But all that doesn't matter, because while battling, I had a revolution. The next gym we fight is ground, and well, just look. We have nothing for ground types. But if you go onto Route 16, go up the first patch of grass you see, keep going up, you'll find a way into the Lost Lone Forest, where the trio monkeys spawn. But you have to get them in a shaking patch of grass. Come on. Which you could say took me a while. No, that's not the one I need. Yes! And thankfully, it did take me long to get past Sage. Yes! Okay, that actually didn't take so... oh, somebody's blocking the path again? Don't worry, he's been dealt with. And while crossing this bridge, I was just thinking how Pokemon games will never look like this again, and how amazing this game looks even after being 13 years old, and how the modern games actually look like PS2 games, and older games look better. I mean, you can tell this game is old, but imagine how amazing Pokemon could look if it kept the 2D with modern technology. And now we're back to normal Pokemon, where we see an ex-couple fight because one doesn't love him anymore. Then we find out that the gym leader is not there again. Why are they always doing shit? So we say fuck that and battle this old dude and tell his ass to sit down. And then he comes out of nowhere and this old dude's like,
alright kids, this better be good. I was in the forest wrestling with a bear claw when we got the call.
Oh yeah, who hates Team Plasma because they stole his sister's Pokemon? Which is fair enough, I get it. But the old dude's like, nah, she ain't here. Then who starts crashing out? Kinda like this. And now it's time to get real. I wanted to evolve both Panpour and Pansage before the gym. But you need a Water Stone and a Leaf Stone, and well, I tried. First I tried to get battle points at the battle station. As you can see, that didn't work. Then I tried to get in Charged Stone Cave, and you think how? Well, you have a low chance of getting an evolutionary stone with rustling dirt. As you can see again, it did not work. And the only other way to get a water stone was to have surf. Again, as you can see, I don't have that. And since I couldn't get the water stone, I said fuck the grass stone and just decided to do the gym anyway. And Pignite evolved.
No. Wait.
And truly a sad day. First I can't get a water stone nor a leaf stone, and now this? Like, come on man, just give me a break. But now it's time for the gym, and honestly both Panpour and Pansage were useless. I was just standing there like this as I was watching them get destroyed. But you know what they say, keep going, never stop, because you might be one more away from winning. Or in this case, Ambor was. Tranquil takes down his Sandslash, and Ambor takes down his Excadrill. You know what? Maybe you ain't so bad. Whoa, okay, I'm taking that as a win. Huh? We head out of the gym to find the gym leader and Hugh talking, and Clay, the gym leader, tells us there's always time to grow and tells us about a Pokemon tournament that we can participate in to get stronger. And I mean, you can tell that this is a kid's game, like they want you to win, they let me keep my level 36 Pokemon and get the other trainers level 25 Pokemon. Like honestly, I feel kind of bad.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big bones. Boom! 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 Boom!
But you know what I don't feel bad about? Beating us in T Plasma grunts. Like this shit ain't clocking to you that I'm just standing on business. Anyway, we meet up with Hugh on Route 6 where he gives us the TM Surf. Yeah, boy. You know what that means. You go on to Route 19, go up the first patch of grass until you find a lake, and then you surf, go up to the left, there should be a Pokeball with the Water Stone. Use that Water Stone and evolve that bitch. And we also get the Leaf Stone. Play the sad music. I was reluctant to tell you guys this, but while battling the T-Plasma grunts, Tranquil evolved. I know, but you know the saying, don't be sad that it's over, be happy that it happened.
No! It can't be! No!
But now it's time for the gym, and to be honest, we might struggle. I mean, we have nothing for flying types, so let's just give it a try. And yeah, I mean, that is kind of what I expected, but the second time is always the charm. Ember was able to take down a Swoobat with a few rock tombs, but the actual problem was still coming. it was a Swano. With it being both water, flying, it was a massive counter to my Emboar, you know, since it's fire and fighting, but it seemed Lady Luck was on my side. We used Rock Tomb to get Swano's speed down, and thanks to the fact that Emboar has 152 HP, so pretty much a tank, we were able to hit her a lot. But there was going to be a problem. Swano had Roost, a move that heals it, but like I said, we got lucky. She only used Roost once, and once Emboar went down, I sent in Unpheasant to finish it off. And our last Pokemon, Skarmory, well, that was easy. Semipool with just a few surfs ended the battle.